Thank you so much for interview. Nice to meet you. According to the report released by IDC, the big data market in Turkey is projected to reach 520 million in 2023 and companies will double the investment. Can we get your feedback on this issue?
Well, I'm actually not surprised. I think it's probably going to even double and quadruple because if you look at some of the new use that customers are looking, especially here in Turkey, if you look at the telcos, if you look at the manufacturing and data sources they're acquiring, and if you look at with the social media boom, people using their mobile phones, there's a huge amount of data that's generated. And if you look at traditionally, the data that we were processing, the traditional systems are no longer able to do that. The new data sources that we're acquiring. Also, if you look at the machine learning and artificial intelligence, every business wants to incorporate those into their organizations, whether that's to just get insight from the existing data or they want to derive insights in the future. So I believe, Hadoop is big data is the way forward, and I think the Turkey will be leading that in future.
Why big data is so important for companies? Which areas will companies use the most big data?
I think if we look at the amount of AI and machine learning we talk about these days, the new use cases that are coming around. Especially I look into Turkey, I see you've got a huge manufacturing, and I see the market, the way it's emerging. When you start applying that machine learning, when you start applying that AI to the data, you need to be able to process that data in parallel. You need to be able to process that data in a huge volumes. So for that reason, we need to be moving into big data, and that's what I see the huge investment from customers. It's around machine learning, AI, understanding those new use cases.
When you look at abroad, how do you evaluate the data analysis situation in Turkey?
I would say if we look at the maturity level, we're still at the first and second stage. I think there's a long way to go because I've seen most of the customers I've met here, visited, and they're still looking at traditional data systems. Most of the customers are still working with Excel files. So there's a long way to go. But again, as I said, with new data sources coming in place, with the amount of, if you look at the businesses they're growing here, the growth that's here, it's inevitable that they're going to have to start using both the big data sources, but they're also going to have to take advantage of the cloud, because at some point we will need to expand beyond just using big data on-prem.
As Hitachi, what kind of solutions do you offer in data management? What are your recommendations to companies?
So we've been working with organizations for many years. If you look at the Hitachi provides an end-to-end solution. We have organizations who've been using Hitachi data systems for many years to store the data, but with our new wave of use cases where we have opened up a platform that allows you to now take that data and blend that data with different data sources, whether they're coming from IoT sensors, whether they're coming from social media, whether it's the data coming from your car, as I mentioned an example earlier on, and take that data, blend it, and transform that data, and then apply the machine learning. We talk about these AI models. Once you apply that and then analyze that data. So with this platform, having an end-to-end solution, we have helped many customers to achieve their business goals, and what we call is a data ops methodology, where we're able to take data and we're able to provide that data right place, right time, in the right format.
Thank you so much.